Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling Society podcast. We are back after a long time, not a terribly long time, but a good amount of time, and we have a good amount of co-hosts today, so this will be a fun episode. As always, Professor Bear, and then over there, Kuya Clayton, and Steph over right there. And how we doing today, fellas? It's been a week. We missed last week. How we doing today? Are we feeling it?
Yeah,
We
my
feeling
back hurts, but
it.
I can't help you there, but
I'm I don't know how to say it. I'm happy but disappointed but excited. I know it's a weird
yeah,
combination.
range of emotions over there.
Yeah, lot going on in wrestling world. So
It's true.
well, don't worry. We'll be able to get into all that today because today we will be getting to everything wrestling, mainly WWE. But before that, really quick, I do just want to say that we had a debut on a taping of Impact on Friday.
Mhm.
A very big debut. Um, that is Trinity Fatu. She has debuted in Impact, and dude, seriously,
Finally.
what a better that. Okay, it's crazy to say that women's roster just got better
It
because of
did.
how
It's
damn
already so good.
that's what I'm saying. It's so damn good as it is that it's like, gosh, no, but that's why I'm so excited for it because it's such a good roster to come into. I mean, the whole knockouts division is just top. It's the best in the game. I mean, that's just the way it is.
point blank.
And I'm very excited that she has debuted for Impact. I'm glad now that she'll actually be able to wrestle because man, the last time was, oh gosh, what was it, like
Uh,
May, June, July last year, something around there.
yeah.
Okay, I think she left around May, June, or
It's
July
yeah, it's
last
been
time.
about a year
Well,
almost.
close
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, and see like that, like a talent like that, and who's healthy, just gone for a year. It's upsetting. So I'm really glad that she's actually, she's back. And I mean, seriously, like I said, what a better what there is no better roster to go back to. I mean, seriously. So I am
I
very
think she
excited, man.
fits. I think
Oh,
she fits.
100%. She's gonna fit in
I
there.
think she fits better there than
And
she
it's
do.
good timing too, especially with
Mm-hmm.
Mickey James's
And
injury.
I'm
It
so glad
really
you said
fills in a
that.
spot.
That's such a good point. That's such a good point because now it brings in once again another great competitor for that title.
Mhm.
I mean, and so like if for you who don't watch Impact, just do yourself a favor.
Yes,
Just go
watch
go
it.
go watch. It's on.
I started watching it. Like I wasn't watching it at first, but I did. I
Okay,
started. I started
I-
watching. I watched one or two episodes.
what do you think about it? Do you like it?
I love it actually. This
Yeah,
is actually pretty good.
got,
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
do you have anybody
I
that
have
you're
to
like?
get to know the talent, like the wrestlers and everything, but I was entertained. I liked it.
Do you have anybody that you're like, man, that guy's good or that girl's good that you're just like,
No, not
okay, yeah,
yet.
not yet, okay.
Not
I
yet.
I
Not
asked you
yet.
that
Not
question.
yet.
I asked you that
You
question in a couple
will.
weeks. I was gonna say
Yeah.
you will. Like mine will always be Speedball.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike Bailey. Oh my
really.
that's
God.
that's my guy, Mike Bailey. If you're watching this somehow, dude, I'm serious. You're top five for me, and not just Impact in general. I am, dude. Speedball is my guy. Speedball is my
So
guy.
good.
I love me some Speedball. But no, I'm glad that you're into Impact. Like I said, in a couple weeks I ask you who you like. Trust me, you have somebody. Because Impact really is good. Like I said, if you're not watching it, do yourself a favor. It's on Thursdays. They have great pay-per-views. You can watch it on YouTube with like a $2.99 subscription a month, and then you get to watch all their stuff. That's how I
Mhm.
watch it. Is the YouTube subscription for $3. So I'm like I said, Impact is just getting better and better. They're so underrated. The women's division is the best in the game, and Trinity being there is just cherry on the ice. It's amazing.
I tell you what is what I like about it is it's a place where you can develop. And what I love that they let different storylines play out and they give the wrestlers time to develop and become who they need to be. Even if you're in transition to not knowing where you are or just needing that wrestling break that each wrestler has at time to time, Impact is a great place. And they treat their women's division with this crazy word called respect. And they're athletes. They're not divas. Yep. They're not other crap names you can come up with. It's knockouts, but it's knockouts because they are stars and they're treated like who they are, athletes. And that makes a world of difference. They have storylines that make sense. Not, oh, she stole my brush, so now I'm mad and we're going to fight. What kind? It's respect on that. They put respect on women's wrestling, period.
I'm glad you said that. Somebody needs to quote that. That was probably the best quote I've ever heard to basically explain the Impact division. They're athletes, not divas. You don't even have to say anything after that. I mean, because that's what it is. So, like we said, do yourself a favor, go watch it. And like I said, go watch the whenever that episode does come out. Trinity has made her debut, so that's gonna be good. But a little
one little quick note that people let me explain how people support each other. The former Sasha Banks was at the taping. Mm-hmm. She was there for her friend, just like Trinity was there for her. CM Punk was there.
Oh, yep.
At the taping.
He was.
We talk about every wrestling podcast. Journalists always talk about people and how selfish and this and that about wrestlers and stuff. But wrestlers also support. And I want to give a quick shout out to that because not enough news or circulation about how people are supportive. And I want to give them a shout out for being real friends, being supportive, even if you're not working for a company, if you're wherever, you show true friendship. And I love that. And I wanted to give a shout out to that.
I like that. It's the same like when Bayley was there for Sasha Banks' return at the Tokyo Dome, and vice versa. Friendship and that's what's so good about the wrestling business is those little points in there. But I can say this about wrestling. Wrestling is very interesting. Okay, I think we can agree on that. And WWE has gotten a little interesting. So they have come back with the draft. The draft round one, day one, whatever in the hell you want to... Not round one, because they had 4 rounds on Friday. Day one. Day one is in the books.
Day 2 technically also, because they did something on Saturday.
Exactly.
That's true. I'm glad you said that. Day 2 is also in the books, so we're coming up to day 3 tomorrow. With 2 days in the books, I have everybody who's been drafted right here to each brand. I'm just going to go through the list, and then we're going to talk about it. So, like I said, and also, when RVD came out on SmackDown, I popped. I'm pretty sure I got
Especially when he held the card upside down.
Oh, right.
That was a lot.
I'm glad you said that because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, my guy had the card upside down.
We'll see.
To be fair,
it's RVD.
You can't. You really can't.
Well, yeah. Let's see. The thing is, like I had to point out to my fiance, I said, everybody made fun of that. I said, he did it purposely because most people didn't realize he had 2 cards. So he
Oh,
had
JD,
to,
that's so funny.
yeah, everybody thought he was just had it upside down being goofy. He
I thought he
actually
did
did
it
it
on
purpose.
purpose just
He
because
did.
that's him, you know?
He did. He did do it on. I think he did it on purpose, but he had the other card the right way
That's
to
so
read it.
funny.
So that's why I was telling my fiance. I said, "See, everybody thinking he was just not paying attention enough." I said, "Nah, Rob did that on purpose."
I thought he was just high. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, because that's who RVD is, man. I mean,
exactly,
hey,
bro.
hey, he love. I mean, hey, if you go watch his interviews on YouTube, man, that guy, a whole interview, just, I mean, but no, when he came out, man, I'm serious. I'm pretty sure I got a noise complaint. I popped really hard when he walked out of that room. I mean, I popped so hard, man. Oh, I love me some
Just doing
RVD.
nonstop,
No.
doing
Kept doing this, man, and I love me some RVD.
He definitely loved his moment, though. Like he
Yes,
definitely,
Oh hell
he
yeah!
definitely made sure he was gonna get his moment.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what RVD is, man. He's just
Exactly.
he's such a cool guy. So for Raw, this is the whole list from Friday and Saturday. So going to go down the list. Raw, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I kind of assumed that. I had a strong feeling. Becky Lynch stays on Raw. So Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch staying on Raw. Here's one. This is going to be interesting. A three-person group. Imperium.
There you go.
Imperium has been drafted to Raw. Man, seeing Gunther on
I'm happy about that.
Oh, hey, that's gonna be cool. Seeing Gunther on the red brand, I like that.
Yeah.
I hope he brings the red coat back, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing.
Hey, watch.
How dope would that be?
His debut on Raw. Watch him. When he comes back on Raw. Watch.
I would love that.
Matt Riddle staying on Raw. Here's an interesting with all the little stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre is on Raw.
Yeah, that one I was like with all the rumors and stuff about him.
Yeah, and I kind of assumed what he was doing was some sort of work,
Right.
whatever for a storyline. But since it's been a while since we've seen him on SmackDown, and when it popped up his name, I was like, oh wow, okay, But Drew McIntyre on Raw, The Miz staying on Raw, Shinsuke Nakamura is on Raw. I like that.
Thank God.
That's a good fit. Thank God.
I really like that, and I'll put money on it right now. Watch him wrestle every single week on Raw. I'll put money on it, and I'm glad he will. I love Shinsuke, man. He's the guy. I love Shinsuke. Indy Hartwell has been drafted
That one
to
caught
Raw.
me off guard.
Yeah, that did. It
man.
caught me too.
Hey, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited.
100%, bro.
I'm really excited they're bringing in these NXT talents and moving them up. Not just one or two. They're bringing in a good amount of them.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a good amount.
Yes.
Okay, can I just let me ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so when on NXT when Indy won the belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody notice how she interacted with Candice when they were on the stage? Afterwards.
Yeah,
Did you guys notice that?
I did.
So like when they came back out, her and Candice was, Candice was like trying to hug on her and all that stuff.
Okay.
But if you actually look at Indy, she was like giving her like this really weird kind of off-putting look.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
So
know
when
this.
she got drafted,
did.
when they said her name, I said, I bet you any money they finna put her and Candice. They about to make them a rival.
Yeah, and that will help break Dexter off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, they kind of tried to do the same thing with Johnny in Theory when Johnny first came back.
Right.
They brought up the whole way thing from NXT and how they used to like be good and all this stuff, but then it just kind of seemed like Johnny Gargano just dropped off out of nowhere.
Which that's a Vince McMahon move. I always say.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
Let's see. So Indy Hartwell is on Raw. That's awesome. Another one. He's he's back to the roster. Apollo.
Yes.
Apollo Crews is on Monday Night Raw. Thank you.
I,
I'm excited to see it.
Let's hope they
Me
actually
too.
do something with him.
Well,
Yeah, he's so
that's what
talented, bro.
So talented.
and that's what I'm
Well-
saying. He's back to the main roster, and oh man, it's gonna be good.
It would be so
hope-
good if they did something with him.
I hope that whatever they do, they don't characterize him again. Just
Yeah.
leave him Apollo,
Yep.
because at one point he was getting over naturally,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
And they did
If
the
they-
whole like what was it? He was the Nigerian prince.
yeah,
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 Yeah.
and,
That
and
was
hated that. jump. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna
Apollo is like you said, he doesn't really have to have a character to
He
get
don't.
over.
like, bro, he's
He's-
pretty much as athletic as Ricochet, but built like a freaking
Well,
tank.
I was gonna say
exactly.
he's a lot like Ricochet or Bobby Lashley. No character, you just get over because of how talented you
Mhm.
are. I mean, that's
Exactly.
what you are. And, so I'm glad that he got drafted. I think that's gonna be awesome to see him on Raw. Candice LeRae will be staying on Raw. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville are moving to Raw.
Y'all, I love myself some Chelsea Green.
Oh, no,
Lord, I
she's
love that woman.
she's good, man. Especially on Friday with Rhea Ripley. Just
Yeah, I love that woman. Oh my
little
god.
stuff like that.
I never thought I could get into the Karen character. I thought that would just irritate, that would bore me out.
He
But
plays it
every
well.
week, yes, she
plays
does.
Oh well.
Every week, I'm looking forward for her. Where's your manager?
She's good, and it's like you said, she plays it so well, and that's what makes
Oh,
it so,
she does
so-
it
That's what
she
makes
does
it
it.
so good.
Beautiful.
And actually, I like her and Sonya because
I
Sonya's
do
been
too.
just rudderless for quite a while, and I
Mhm.
think this is going to help them. They can make the women's tag team division go somewhere if they
Mhm.
let them do it correctly.
Yeah,
I think they could really go somewhere with the women's tag
I
division.
love them too. And I feel like with Chelsea, she doesn't make that character annoying.
Exactly.
Like if for some odd reason it's at first when I first saw it, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
But she just
Exactly.
does it so well. And it's like she just, I don't know. I love that woman. I like it. I like it.
yeah, and she'll be good on Raw. I'm excited to see that. Dexter Loomis will be staying on Raw. Another NXT call up, JD McDonough is on Raw.
Mhm.
And
The
man,
rumor, I've heard a rumor about this now. This blew my mind.
okay,
So, we've heard the Judgment Day talking about they were going to get a new,
oh yeah, keep going,
No,
going.
they
Yeah,
were going to get it. Yes. And I did not know that Finn Balor trained JD.
oh wow, I didn't know.
I
that
didn't know that. That's cool.
So,
Huh.
and his attire, he fits in perfectly with the Judgment Day. His attire, JD, I think that will be perfect and actually give them a new course of seriousness that they really need. Plus, I don't know if y'all noticed this. Did y'all notice that the Judgment Day and Rhea were separate in the
Yep.
draft?
Yep.
Yep, and that's the only like group that was really separate. Because
No.
well, they because they said all tag teams and factions will be together. Now the Usos and Bloodline gets cut
But
off.
the Usos and the Bloodline,
Yeah, I know that,
they're
but
different.
the reason being is because the Usos have always been their tag team. But that's also because of the whole storyline. I feel like what's gonna happen is they're gonna get drafted tomorrow to Raw, and basically they're gonna be like, "What the hell?" And Roman's gonna be like, "Sorry," or so. I feel like they're gonna separate them. But going back to the JD McDonough, I have heard that rumor. I didn't know he was trained by Finn Balor though. That's gonna be interesting. I'm excited to see that. Wow, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know
Natalia
how I feel about them.
Natalia is going to Raw. Um,
Yeah.
the Viking Raiders are going to Raw. Another NXT call up. Zoe Stark is moving up to the main roster to Raw.
Okay, I like
Uh,
that.
I do like that as well.
I
And
I,
like that.
I only wish that she would have been SmackDown, honestly,
Tell
really,
me
because
why.
because honestly, I think SmackDown she would have had a better showing. Now, I know SmackDown has a history of not really giving the women more of especially the newer women more shine to build, but I think she would have did better there than Raw. But in the same token, with Rhea going to Raw, which that's just what I assume, um, she can be a contender and build herself up. So I still think I personally would have liked her better on SmackDown.
I think on Raw she has a better um competitors over there on Raw. I feel like the competitors over there will probably be a better fit for her over there. I don't know.
well, I would honestly Zoe Stark versus Bianca Belair would have been a damn good match.
It would
Um,
have been.
but you never know. Maybe we'll see that in the late future. I
Mhm.
mean, because Zoe Stark versus Becky Lynch isn't that bad of a match either. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just glad she's on the main roster. But that is all for Raw so far. SmackDown, man, SmackDown is on paper that's stacked. Okay, SmackDown is pretty stacked. Um, SmackDown has the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman. Bianca Belair is on SmackDown. The Street Profits are on SmackDown. Um, Edge is on SmackDown.
I'm not gonna lie, that pick really caught me off guard.
The
What
Edge
with
He
Edge?
Too.
was what, the seventh overall or something like that?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that I was not expecting. I mean, just considering just with what drafts are supposed to be like building for the future and stuff. And I mean, he's basically said he's on his way out. So I'm curious to see what their plan is for like his last run or whatever it is that they have set up for him, because that really threw me off.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I was shocked by that.
Well, I'm sure they got something planned.
I hope so, because be a waste of a pick if they don't.
Bobby Lashley is on SmackDown.
That's
Man, I'm super excited about that. That one, when I saw it, I was like, yes, now he can get a proper run. And if it's a legitimate contender. And if someone is to beat Roman, I can understand Bobby.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm sure. It's almost certain now that we will see Bobby versus Roman, no matter what. That's a guarantee actually that we'll see that. It's right there. Just connect the puzzles, you know. I mean, it's right there.
Well, me and my nephew talked, and he says cards subject to change. So
Let's see. So, oh man, I was excited for this one. The OC is on
oh
SmackDown with the return of AJ Styles just out of nowhere too. I mean, he just
Oh, the
walks,
excitement.
walks out, and I was like, "What the hell?" I
The
mean,
way you felt about RVD is how I felt when I saw AJ step on the scene.
yeah,
I was like,
100%.
oh yeah.
man, man, I was very excited to see AJ Styles out there again. And and the OC being drafted to SmackDown. Hopefully, we'll see them on TV a lot more regularly now. Because
I just hope that they actually do something with Mia Yim instead of just having her be this
God.
background OC person. Because for her to have come back from what she was doing at Impact to just be this is just
And
unbelievable.
just taking losses after losses. And
She's
no
too good.
disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect to the other ladies, but come on now.
yeah. Um. So, let's see. So the OC Damage Control has been
Hell
dropped
yeah.
into SmackDown. So
That's
we're
They
probably gonna
break them up.
we're probably gonna see Bianca Belair and
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
that
I
was
was
the
like,
first thing that came.
damn it.
Yep, that was the first thing that came to my mind as well. Is that I was like, oh great. And
I'm
so
so over that. I'm so over it.
I mean,
Yeah,
they could
that
always do Bianca Belair and Lacey Evans. She's on SmackDown now.
that's true.
Now you
you
know good well you don't want to see no Lacey Evans on no TV.
no,
I'm not
no,
playing.
I'm just, no. Look, I was just looking at the devilish smile that he had on his face when he said it, like the little kid.
Wait, when he started talking, I literally had to look down at his face. I was like, no, he is not real.
Too funny.
No way he just said that.
Man, I honestly, if she came back out from in her original gimmick and everything, I wouldn't mind it, to be honest, because I like that version of Lacey Evans. But just
I-
this whole character to character is just
You don't think that at this point now, because they've changed her character so many times, that even if she comes back with her original character, it's gonna get over?
It's gonna take
I mean,
a
I don't
lot.
think it's gonna get over.
It's gonna take a
like-
lot of work, but it can get
Yeah,
over. But I mean,
it can.
It won't be in 2 or 3 weeks. It'll probably be a couple months. I mean, to be
End
completely
of the
honest.
year
I
or
mean,
later.
because they
She's gonna have to put in some serious work,
yeah
not just character work. She's gonna have to put in ring work. She's gonna have to work her butt off.
Honestly, I was
and-
gonna say real quick, forget SmackDown, put it in NXT.
Yes,
Yeah.
that honestly, that's
I would probably like her better.
I mean, look at Mandy
Dude.
Rose when she went to the main roster at the first. It's like, wow, that wasn't that good. And then look at her when she went to NXT.
Well, look what they did with Apollo. Sometimes you need that. You need to go back down to develop more and get a sense of yourself. For her, they, pardon my French, they bastardized her. That nobody cares. I don't care if she came out and whatever. Nobody's going to cheer her. They are sick of her. And then on top of some of the posts she's did on what is it? Instagram and just some of the stuff, she's just made herself unlikable. So she needs to go and retool.
Yeah,
And I think NXT would be perfect for her.
yeah. I think the same thing. I've been saying that all the time. I mean, NXT. I mean, they literally. There's no other way to put it. You don't even have to be a super fan of wrestling to understand NXT is the developmental brand. If you're having trouble in the main roster, just go back to developmental. And it helps you. That's the point of it. It's like, I mean, it helps you a lot. It's not like you're like, oh, you're in the kindergarten leagues now. No, that's not what it is. NXT is legit watchable brand. NXT's ratings every week.
It's respected.
Exactly. Because it's good. It's genuinely good. It's not some, oh, you got to go back there. You're not good enough. Hell no. It's a perfect example. I say it all the time because it's the perfect example is Mandy Rose. When she when she moved up to the main roster, you're like, good God, dude, what is going on? I mean, not just her character, the in-ring was like, wow, oh man. But damn, when she went to NXT and she became champion,
she put in that work.
That was a completely different person. Literally.
Right.
And that's the Lacey Evans, that's what I'm saying. It takes some time, but send her back to NXT. Watch if she got sent to NXT tomorrow, let's come back to this topic in about, half a year. We'll say, man, she's getting a little better. And then in a full year, damn, she is good. Because
it all depends on your attitude, and that's the big thing. Because with Mandy Rose, when she went back down, she had the right attitude. She didn't look at it as a demotion. She looked at it as an opportunity to develop more. And just right now, if they popped up with Mandy Rose Monday night every one of us would pop.
I would
yeah.
lose it 100%.
Exactly.
Because she's developed the wrestling skills, she's developed her
Her
presence,
character.
her character, everything. So everybody would, if they brought back Toxic Attraction to the main roster, we would lose it and put a good emphasis on the women's division. Now, the only thing we would hope and pray that they wouldn't screw it up like they did with Damage Control or most of the other women they do, but we would be super excited for that for the time being.
Yeah.
Although I will say I do like the whole thing they're doing with Gigi and JC Jane right now, like the
Yeah, I do
whole
too. I like it.
remaking Shawn Michaels rivalry
Yeah.
with Marty Jannetty. It's good. It's good.
She lost her smile.
Yeah,
So let's see. Damage Control got to SmackDown. NXT call up Alba Fire as LaDawn.
yes,
NXT.
that's gonna.
I'm super excited about that too.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I just
super
hope they
excited.
don't mess her up. I just
Yeah.
hope they don't ruin her.
Have
That's
y'all
gonna be
heard?
so sad if they ruin her.
Have y'all heard how Alba and Isla wanted to do a like Scottish women's faction with Nikki and Dewdrop, or not
Yes.
Dewdrop anymore, but what's her name now?
Yeah.
Piper, yeah. Like that'd be pretty solid,
They-
especially like with Damage Control around, and then if they
Exactly.
started building women's factions like that, that would be pretty sick.
And
Honestly,
they have the stuff is there. They just need to put in the effort and stop separating it men, women, and put it wrestling.
yep.
Right.
It would be so much better.
Hit Row is staying on SmackDown.
Oh, they still? I didn't know they were
They
still
still
on.
they still employed.
Yeah, they were drafted. They were drafted on Saturday.
Hit Row.
And
I ain't gonna lie though, I did use their stuff on the game though. So.
oh, they did. That's right. Anybody who plays 2K, because I did play as them already. They came out as
Yeah.
Also, the reason I got that pack because the Steiner brothers are on the game now, and
Right.
I'm excited for that. So, and
I'm just gonna say I gave them a better performance than they could ever have on TV.
Well, the only I'm not even gonna lie.
Did
The
Top Dog
only
rope-
reason.
rope for you because I made Top Dollar get on the top turnbuckle and jump. But he landed. Okay, he was fine.
That's the only reason why I am not happy for them staying on SmackDown, because I'm sick of Cole making fun of him.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's funny. It's so funny.
No.
Are commentators
no.
part of the draft? Are they redrafting commentators also, or are they
No,
staying?
they're staying, and the reason they're staying is because when on SmackDown, when Bailey got drafted, Michael Cole was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, I heard
Wade
Barrett just went in.
Wade Barrett was like, "Oh, she doesn't like you," and Cole's like, "Oh no!" So they're staying. But
Okay.
and then the last Lacey Evans, we talked about it. So that's the draft so far. Rusty has a comment that I'm going to talk about in just a second because I have something to say about that. The third round will be Monday night, which is tomorrow. For anybody who is watching who will be there, I will be there. I will be at the draft. But I didn't even know it was going to be the draft when I bought the tickets forever long ago.
That's cool.
And I was like,
Yeah.
when we were talking about it, I was like, man, the draft is going to be, because I thought the draft was going to be the week after, because of the rumors. And I was like, damn, they were only going to do it a week before. And I was like, and then they moved it, and then it was confirmed that it was tomorrow. And I was like, holy shit. So
That's dope though.
Yeah, because it was actually me and Blade having the conversation. Because I was like, oh man, if they do it, I get to see the draft in Knoxville. Yeah, I'm going to that. Oh hell, they having it early. I ain't going.
So wait, Raw's in Knoxville next week?
SmackDown.
Oh dang!
The week you're gonna be up here, they having it that Friday.
That's right. I remember you saying that in Knoxville, and then the event is in Pigeon Forge. Dang.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. And that leads to this comment that Rusty put. So I had a conversation with a buddy at work, huge wrestling fan. And we were talking, and we really got into this because he's the one who told me about this rumor. So I had to do a little research. Brusty said, "I hear rumors that Big E is set to return and New Day drafted to Raw, and then Big E
I
returns
would
Monday night."
die. I would
Well,
literally die.
So I searched really hard into that. I asked all my little resources that I get and all that little stuff, classified, but I looked at all that, and that is a big rumor. But there is a big but with this, okay? There's a huge BUT with this. Are you ready for this? Big E is set to return, but his first feud will be against the New Day.
What?
Yes.
Okay, but hold up. Who has the heel?
Big E.
I'm interested.
Big E.
You know what?
So Kofi,
I'm interested in this.
Kofi, as we know, is still.
Why would you be interested in that? Why are we interested?
Hey, because Big E can't be
Fresh.
a heel. Fresh, bro. But he can, and it's gonna really turn your eyes to the New Day hard, because now they're just here and everybody jumps up, fun, yay, New Day. But if you have a faction imploding like that with the return of a Big E, people are gonna be like, no way, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If Big E were to turn on them, that's as close as Seth Rollins turning on the Shield, man. I mean, that
really?
Is right.
I mean,
if not more, really,
because he's returned. It's been so long. He's been cleared now for a couple months now. And so he's good to go. Kofi, he did hurt his ankle, I believe. He is in recovery. But so Big E, that, like I said, these are all rumors. I don't know Jack, whatever, but yeah, think about that. Big E returning.
Well, it is nice to see that they're trying to do something with Xavier.
Hey,
I guess I can appreciate that.
And that would be a crazy big. Big E comes back, huge pop, and then all of a sudden,
oh my god,
the fans, you would hear the
I would go.
Yeah. I feel like it would go silent. It'd be like that Undertaker losing at WrestleMania moment, just silent.
The more I think about it now, having Big E come out and then him standing there like just looking mad.
My gosh!
After like clotheslining Xavier and just looking down on him, mad, dude, that place would be like, oh my gosh!
He'd have to hit the big ending on him, 100%. Just bring him up, like just standing there in the ring with him or whatever, then just hoist him up on his shoulder, boom, drop him. Oh my god!
Man.
But you know what the thing is too, from what I understand, and the source that I have, that they have fought breaking the group up for quite a while. And one thing that they could do, I wouldn't have a problem with turning all of them heel, because people don't realize that the New Day started out heel faction.
Yep. They did.
So I could see just something to fresh them and to put more off on them, because they're just stale, honestly. So I'm good with them doing. Honestly, I don't even want to see them break up, for the simple fact: how many factions can you name that has never broke up, who's never tag team or has never turned their back on each other? I would love for them to keep going. If one turns, I want all of them to turn.
Exactly. And it's so perfect. Huge return, and then a huge turn. I mean, talk about, you would see that all over social media, man. I mean, and that's what I like, though, that because like you said, it's stale. But if you do that, everybody's eyes are now turned on the New Day. And the second they come up with the advertisement of saying next week Biggie Langston speaks out about what he did. I just called him Biggie Langston. Oh gosh. Maybe they call him Biggie Langston again.
Maybe they bring him back.
Hey, Triple H is running it. Names come back.
That's true.
Well, bring Pete Dunne back.
Oh God.
Right.
He is. Actually, y'all didn't hear the rumor.
I heard it like a month ago, and I'm still waiting for it.
Well, they're gonna do that because they've already started. Like Madcap Moss is now back to the Riddick mod.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yep. So, I honestly, if like I said, it's stale now. It's been around for gosh, how long now? The same thing. That trombone is so old. Like seriously, that trombone is old, dude.
The trombone done got over you,
dude. Every time I hear that trombone, man. But like I said, huge return, turn, and eyes on the product any day. Fresh little feud on Raw to get it started. I mean, come on, fresh. But yeah, that's the rumor I heard. Or we could just be wrong, and Big E comes out, and then it's the New Day all over again. You know, or there is no Big E at all.
Well,
but
that's true. But another rumor I've heard that Big E is coming back, and they're going head to head with Imperium, which would be great.
Wow. I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
And they're saying that it'd be Big E going after the Intercontinental title.
Okay. Huh.
As long as that leads to, if Walter drops it to Big E, as long as that leads to Walter going after the world title, I'm cool with it.
Hey, I'm cool with it too, but he got to break the honky tonk record first. So they can come up with anything up until he breaks the record, then he can lose. But he has got to get that record for me.
He deserves
then
it.
Go to the world title. How often do we talk about the Intercontinental title now? And here's the sad part. We've had some great champions that have gotten crapped on. Like Shinsuke was a great Intercontinental champion, but they just dogged him. They wouldn't put him on TV or anything. When Rusev was Intercontinental champion, was he, or was it the US?
I think he was more. He had a great US run. I don't remember.
Right, that's what it was. But the thing of the secondary titles, I'm glad they're starting to get respect again and shown to be important. That's why I want Walter to keep going. Yes, and I call him Walter. I hate Gunther. Get Walter back. That they need to make the emphasis on these titles again. If you don't, what's the point of them? You don't need them. You might as well get rid of them.
Agreed.
Well, those were all the picks of the draft. But real quick, before the draft tomorrow, do y'all have any rumors, returns, or what y'all want to see happen? What you think will happen? What you want to see to happen? Somebody gets drafted to where, what, when? What do you want to see to happen, or what do you think will happen, or a rumor that you heard if happened? Because I got one right now. I'm calling it. Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown.
Okay.
That's the main one that I'm gonna call. Main one. Seth Rollins, and I want to see it. Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown.
Nah. The reason why, because WWE has been so mindful of keeping couples together. And with Becky being on Raw, there's no way that they're going to put Seth on SmackDown.
That's a good point. I'll give you that. I'm keeping my answer, though.
Hey, this is what this is supposed to do.
So that means Emma is going to stay with Madcap then, right?
Exactly.
Riddick.
And here's the thing. No disrespect to them, but who gives a damn?
I
I
agree.
mean, I'm just saying, we talk about couples, and I mean, I don't care, but
Do we see the return of do we see, all of a sudden with the next pick in the WWE draft, Raw selects, I hear voices in my head, they count to me, they understand.
I
That
mean,
w-
I don't
I
think so.
could
Not
see
yet.
him. I could see him getting picked, but I don't know
I don't
about
think
him
yet.
being there.
Shoot, as honestly, the pop would still be as big if it just shows like the actual
Yeah,
picture and the music hits, because you're like, holy damn, whoa,
like
right.
that means it's real. He's coming back.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just thought about something. We talked about the first 2 days, but we did not talk about the guys who didn't get drafted.
oh, the free agents,
Oh
like
yeah,
almost an MVP, and
Yeah,
who else is there? Ali.
Ali. What is that jobbers
So
down in
and
NXT?
so I was a little confused by that. So the free agents, they're gonna just be able to appear on whatever brand.
So what? So from what I can tell and what they've done before is they right now they don't have a clear path plans for them, so they're not going to put them on anywhere, so they can show up on one and then they get signed by them. So say in a few weeks, months, Omos comes up and he's feuding with somebody and he'll be signed to that brand.
Because I was thinking about that. Dana, people like Dana Brooke and all, like, what are they gonna do? I guess that makes sense then.
Well, and see, they're on this, there's on Mondays, and a lot of them will get drafted, but then they just leaving it up to certain people. Von Wagner,
yeah.
that's who I was thinking about.
Omos and MVP are free agents. Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler, Von Wagner. They're all free
Right.
agents. It basically says free agents will be maximized with their visibility on both brands.
Okay.
So if basically with Dolph is gonna be the worker. He's gonna whoever is green, they're gonna let him come in and work with them to get
Some
them
things
more
never
ready.
change.
Man,
Did y'all
exactly.
see the piece that they did on Mustafa Ali? Did y'all see that?
No, I've heard of it. I heard about it, but I never watched it.
It was really good. I watched it. It was really good. It was
I-
kind of nice to see that side of him in a way.
I honestly want him to be let go because I want him to be able to go around and show people why he is such a great athlete and how WWE has just dropped the ball with him.
I
They
think
did
he'd
drop
do
the ball with
amazing
him.
in Impact.
Agreed.
Really,
Yeah.
He would.
with the men that they have in Impact, like I'd love to see him versus Kushida, him versus Speedball, him versus whenever Josh Alexander comes back. You know, like there's
him versus Speedball would be crazy, man.
like there's Trey Miguel, Ace
Man,
Austin. Like I
let
mean, the
him-
list goes on and on of the people he can
New
match up with.
Japan
Yeah.
wrestlers. Like that's why some people are made for being independent. They
Yeah.
don't
Right.
need to be tied down to a company. And Ali, I think he is. If people got to see what he can really do, you can see he's a talker. You see he's a worker. You see he's creative. Man, if he has that freedom, he will build a name for himself that would make WWE big for him to come back.
Mm.
So Raw obviously will have more picks this year because it's a longer show. So it says as well, night one of the WWE draft kicked off, blah, 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 blah. Triple H announced that the new post-draft rosters will officially go into effect Monday, May 29th, which is 2 nights after Night of Champions. WWE World Heavyweight Champion crowned at Night of Champions will be exclusive to the Raw brand. So that champion will be on Raw, like, it was said. So these are, I'm just going to go down, these are the superstars that are eligible for tomorrow's draft. Alpha Academy, Asuka, Austin Theory, Angel Garza and Humberto, Akira Tozawa, Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin. That's a good one.
As a pair.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Charlotte Flair, Dana Brooke, Elias, Emma, Gargano, Karrion Kross with Scarlett, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, LA Knight. The tag team champions, women's, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Nikki Cross, Piper Niven, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Rhea Ripley is by herself, like you said. Rick Boogs, Riddick Moss, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler. Seth Rollins, Shotzi, Tamina Snuka, Tegan Knox, the Brawling Brutes, the Judgment Day, the LWO, the New Day, the Usos, Trish Stratus, Xia Li, and it says select NXT superstars.
That is a whole list of that grew since last time I saw it. Holy hell!
Yeah, those are all the superstars eligible for the draft. Obviously, we will have more than 4 rounds tomorrow because that's a 3-hour show. You know, that's a whole hour more. So I feel like they're going to be really coming out a lot tomorrow and be like, all right, no new picks, like crazy. Because like you said, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So there's gonna be it's gonna be crazy tomorrow. And we'll just have to see what happens because I mean, wow.
One of the things I'm curious about, like with the NXTs, like both of the women's single and tag champs are moving up. How they're going to do the belts now with the women's? I just expect Tuesday that they're going to drop them. They're going to lose because they're having a match with the former champs, and I just assume
Indy was in a boot when she got drafted, so I wonder how they're going to handle hers.
Exactly.
Drop it?
Well, they may do the tournament with hers, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, and I'm surprised that they're taking their champions. I thought they would leave them there, but again, you know.
Yeah, because especially with the tag team, was the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are they going to be bringing the NXT? Are they going to just have a match for the main women's tag?
They're having a match for the NXT titles this Tuesday.
Yes, and that's where I expect them to lose.
Yeah,
the former champs. So I think the former champs should probably win. But you know, they like to do little things to keep us guessing. So they may win. Actually, may keep the titles, and they may come up to beat them. Somebody come up on SmackDown, beat them on SmackDown to bring the titles back. You never know. They just like to keep us guessing, which I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Rusty said NXT people who it doesn't say, it just says select NXT superstars, but the reason being is they want to keep it a surprise because it's NXT.
Exactly.
I promise you, I know it's more than likely going to happen, but I promise you, if Braun Breaker's name is not called tomorrow, I am going to leave that building really pissed off. I think you're
gonna be pissed off.
You might be leaving pretty mad, man.
Dude,
yeah, I do too.
Please, just put him on the roster. Please.
You might as well just go ahead and prep your attitude today.
Come on, man.
With the way the rosters are built now, who would you want to see him get drafted to?
Put him on Raw.
Oh, man.
Put him on Raw.
Yeah, he's just. I think he's built for Raw.
Yeah, especially the way that the rosters are built right now. I feel like he would.
But
oh yeah,
Cora Jade, like you said, may be on there. Cameron Grimes might be called.
I could see that.
He needs to be SmackDown too. It's like certain people to me, like the world title is up, and I think Braun Breaker would be a good catalyst to be a contender and stuff. I think
he'd be a good United States champion.
Yeah,
I think
he's going to SmackDown then.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. SmackDown's getting the United States title.
Well, What are they getting? Theory?
No,
I
well,
mean, I see
well,
is
here's the
on
thing.
Raw.
Well, Theory hadn't been drafted,
Yeah, not
and
yet.
here's the thing. He
Oh
got the
yeah,
three-way
IC is on
for the
Raw. That's
title,
right. You're right, Clayton. IC is on Raw.
right? And the three-way match for the U.S. title at Backlash, and Bobby could win it and take it to SmackDown.
That's true because
Good point.
the rosters don't go into effect until end of May.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost a whole month. May 29th is when they go into effect. Today's the 30th. So they got a long time to switch the titles around. To kind of mess around. Because, I mean, it doesn't even go into effect until after another pay-per-view. So there could be another match at that pay-per-view, and then the title gets switched around.
Right.
But speaking of Backlash, the draft is covered. There's not really anything else to talk about until stuff comes out tomorrow. But that's another thing we'll be going into. Backlash the card's up, man. I mean, that's it.
Tomorrow, I'm not even excited.
Well, yeah. But tomorrow is the go-home show of Raw for Backlash. And it's an interesting card. I'm gonna say this. One, I'm glad they got rid of WrestleMania Backlash and it's just Backlash now.
100%.
But I am too. But have you noticed everybody keeps saying it? Different people keep saying WrestleMania Backlash.
I know, yeah, I know. And it's like they want to remind everybody, but like, it's
Can
not.
I go on a rant for 2 seconds? Can I go on a small rant?
Go ahead.
Just
yes.
Tiny.
Okay.
LWO.
Oh gosh.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey,
merchandise sale.
I was about to say, this is the 3rd week in a row they have the most merchandise sales.
What are we doing? Here's my thing. Did we bring them back just because
Eddie
of Backlash? Because we going to Puerto Rico, right?
Yes.
Is that why they're back? Is that why we're bringing them back?
Hey,
because if that's why we bringing them back, I feel like that's a shit way to do it.
Yes. You're right.
And not only that, you brought them back just for them to lose every single match, bro. Like,
well, okay.
Why?
So I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate. You tell me when the LWO was together in WCW, you name me anytime they won there.
That's a good point.
But they were worth watching, though. They were worth watching. They're not worth watching right now.
I mean, I like
it. Was the cruiserweight division. Of course they were worth watching.
Hey, now that we're talking about this, I may go buy an LWO shirt.
I love LW, but I will say, I missed the Legado del Fantasma song, the Legado, like that. It was so dope.
Yeah, I like the one now where it says "Viva la Raza" from Eddie Guerrero's.
Yeah,
I like that. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, though. I think they just want. I think right now they just, like I said, for Backlash in Puerto Rico, but they also, I mean, SmackDown. They wanted a nice little faction over there. And it's
who
nice.
believes that the Lena's gonna be real? Who believes it?
No, hold on. Okay,
hey, miracles happen.
Shut up, Clayton.
You know what?
Clayton, shut
You know what? Where's our polls? Zelina Vega.
No way, bro.
Oh God.
There's no way. And if she does, even if she wins it, y'all know good and well in 24 to 48 hours, she gonna lose it. You already know that.
But,
come on.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But it's in the record books. And you can't take that away. And here's the thing. Ray, how many times has Ray beat people who nobody expected?
I was gonna say
about that.
Watch when he won the WWE Championship. How fast did he lose that?
They wouldn't even give him 2 hours.
Yeah, he lost that. Oh my God, man.
Oh my God. I'm not even excited about Backlash. I'm not excited.
Not in the slightest bit.
I'll make you excited. You know why? I'm glad Clayton said polls because I am the prediction god. So I am going to, we are going to predict Backlash, okay? So let's see. The card is as follows, and I'll go through each match and then we'll predict it. So the first one, I'm just gonna say it: Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes are gonna go at it. You're not excited for that match?
I don't even really care for Brock Lesnar, and
I don't
I'm
even
excited for
I
that
don't even want
match.
to talk to you right now.
Why? That's gonna be a good match. It's
you
Cody
right now.
Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Come on.
Oh,
Alright.
I know which one you're hyped about. I know which one it is. It's
Which
Seth
one?
Rollins almost, isn't it?
No, don't
Yeah,
worry.
You want to
that's
see?
the one.
You want to see the
That's
curb
the one I'm gonna
stop?
be piping high war.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get into that one. God. All right, Brock versus Cody. Who you got? Because I still think
Cody.
I got
think
Cody, I guess.
man, I think it's Cody's hard times. I think they're gonna keep putting him through it. I think I'm going for Brock. And
I would
I can-
love for them to continue to let him go through this hard moment. However, I don't think it's gonna last long.
well, the reason I think they're gonna keep it going right now is because they still have a month until the draft goes into effect. So I think they're gonna have Cody get his ass handed to him tomorrow.
I mean, I want to see Cody folded up like a pretzel
Why?
and whooping.
Dude.
That's what I want to see. I mean, I
Why?
want to
Why?
physically see this man get folded up like a pretzel.
What did he do? He had to go.
Wasn't enough. His whole pec
I was
was
about
just
to say,
bleeding
I
internally.
was about to say, was the Hell in a Cell not enough for you? Holy
Man.
cow.
Do not.
Brutal, man.
Hey, so I see now. Don't mention Hogan around me. Don't mention Cody or Rose around Stephanie. She does not care for Cody.
We all got ours. Mine's CM Punk. I get it.
Exactly.
We all got ours.
When I say I want to see him folded up before they even give him any more runs, that's what I want to see.
Hard
If
time.
I don't see that,
But that's why I think that's what they're gonna do to. I keep saying tomorrow. I feel like that's what they're gonna do on Saturday. I feel like honestly, I could go much as saying, I'm serious. Watch this be a squash match. Legit. Watch this.
I can see it.
Watch him go out there and do what he did on Raw when he turned on him and just straight pummel him, and Cody doesn't even get any offense, and then boom, that's it. Just make Cody look like crap. I mean,
I would be excited for that. But
See, the thing is, they got a year. They got a year to have to get Cody in the position to come back to. Because they are not, everybody's pissed because they hadn't finished the story. Now the rumor is that him and Reigns are going to meet at next year's WrestleMania. So you got a year to play with him, and you can't overly squash him because you'll destroy it. Nobody will care. But you can't have him champion over everybody either. So
and that's why I think since it's Brock, I think it's the perfect guy to get squashed by, because I feel like some people look at it as, well, it is Brock Lesnar, like, I understand. I mean, because if it was somebody like, let's say he fought Seth Rollins and he got squashed, you're like,
he's already right, but he's gonna have to overcome Brock. And the thing is, I think too that Brock is gonna put that. Cody is not gonna give up. So I can definitely see Brock just man him, molly whopping him, and he still do like his daddy, and all that.
I just want to see one speck of that blonde hair move.
I can say this much. I already know for a fact what happens is, especially since this would be like the first time they've really come in full contact since that whole squash on Raw. I'll put money on it. The beginning of this match for the first at least 5 minutes, suplexes the whole time. They're gonna have and it's just gonna show Brock standing over him and people to make it seem
laughing.
To make it seem like, wow, this is it. I promise you, that's what they always do with Brock in these matches. Because I mean, that's what it's serious. I mean, shit, that ain't faking that. He could literally squash you. I mean, but I do think Brock's coming out with the win.
Well, let me Rusty asked how to get Cody on SmackDown. Well, you got a year to figure that out. You got Money in the Bank. You always got the Royal Rumble again. You got different ways, and they can do a trade. There's so many different BS things they can come up with. They got a year to play with it. So
forget all that trade and Royal Rumble. They could just straight up do what they always do. And forget about the draft and put them on a different show.
Well,
I know.
That's true.
I know Triple H was like, they're going to stick to the brand. I like Triple H, but damn, I don't believe it until I see it because I
no, 100%. Because remember when we first found out, and I was like, well, I'm not that excited about it because they're going to do exactly what they usually do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so. Clayton, did you say Brock Lesnar or Cody?
Brock.
Okay, and Barry, you got Cody.
I don't think it's going to be a squash match necessarily, but Brock.
Yeah. Steph, you got Cody. Let me ask you this.
Yeah. We're gonna go with Cody.
I know you don't want Cody to win more than likely.
I don't.
But do you think he'll win?
I think he's gonna win.
Okay, and Barry, you got Cody.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Clayton, I guess we're the smart ones, though.
I mean, I will say, honestly, I'm probably like 51-49 on it. Like, I could definitely see Cody winning, absolutely. But
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Like I said, I just feel like they should continue the hard times just a little bit longer, just a little bit, and then let them go. Because I mean, they still got a month to screw around with everything.
Yeah.
Well, and then here's the thing too. You know, Brock is not getting drafted to SmackDown, so they're gonna have. Well, exactly. So you got more than just a little while to do the hard times, and Brock's not gonna be there like every week.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they have so much time. So I understand what you're saying and everything, but I think they got longer, and you got to have Cody doing something meaningful.
Okay.
And Brock right now is the most meaningful thing you got.
Okay.
Especially keeping them out of the world title picture too.
Yeah. No. So next up on the list, we got the Bloodline versus KO and KO, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle. I hope we can all agree on this one. I mean, who do we got?
Not the Bloodline.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Listen, y'all know how I feel about the Bloodline.
I know, and look, you know how
I agree.
However,
I love the Bloodline.
However,
Stephanie, you saw me at WrestleMania. I had my shirt on. I love the Bloodline.
I love them. However,
come on.
Okay,
yeah,
all right, enough is enough now.
We know. I mean, because these guys are just winning, and it's like this is the perfect babyface win right here. It's so perfect, Plus, it sets up to where obviously we know in this match Roman ain't getting pinned, okay? And
Roman's not in it.
Oh yeah,
that's
Solo.
Well, my question is Solo attacking the Usos this match?
I think he is.
You have to at this point because they've been so disappointing. They can't win. Exactly. They've been teasing it. The Usos will end up gonna be on the Raw. If they go ahead and put them on Raw, then it doesn't matter. Right. But if they stay on SmackDown, you've got to have them turn. I mean, well, you don't have to. I think it just makes more logical sense
because if they stay on SmackDown, what else do they have to do? Like,
exactly.
what else can you do for them? Like, I just feel like there ain't nothing else there. If you keep them on SmackDown,
you're about to drive the story. They're at the break with the storyline that people are getting sick of it. Unless you do something meaningful at this point to turn our disappointment, because we're disappointed. Well, okay, now we're about to get pissed. You better do something.
Yeah.
We walking lines over here, people. Come on now.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying. I mean,
Brady.
This is the perfect what do you call it? this is the perfect babyface win, but
Hmm.
at the same time, like, okay, on SmackDown, when Paul said, "This is your moment, you got the call," Solo wasn't going out there to beat up KO and Sammy.
No, he was
No.
going out there to
He was going
do
out
it
there
to
to hit the
Usos.
Usos. It's just stupid Riddle got in the way, you stupid idiot.
Right. What was the point of
No.
that again?
What are you, Chris
What was the
Jericho
point?
over here?
What was the point?
The point is the tease. You know, you got to tease it again. And what is the best thing about something that we see coming is when it doesn't happen and it shocks the hell out of us. So that's what I've been taking from this, because it's like my first thought was like, wow, why are they making this so obvious where we're getting irritated about it? This is silly. This is silly. Then my head's like, okay, they got another thing. They're gonna go hard left when we're expecting right. So I'm curious to see what they do, because with this whole storyline with Roman, they've always given us something that we didn't expect.
I would love for it to end though with Roman and Jay.
Rusty
I
said,
would love for that whole thing to
"Oh
end.
no,
Roman and Jay.
it should. It really should." Rusty said, "Also heard Usos and Solo turn on Roman at Backlash." Oof, I don't know about.
I see more of what Brady
Well,
said happening.
okay,
Solo and Jimmy.
I could see that
Yeah.
happening. I could see that somewhere on the table in the story, but not right now. Way down in the
Right.
future. In the future,
Mhm.
yes, it's on the table. That card can be on the table, but not right now.
And I think even if they pull it right now, I don't know. Will it even make sense if they did it right now?
No, hell no.
I don't think it would make sense.
No, it wouldn't. But so we all got KO, Riddle, and Sami Zayn. I mean, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need it. God,
Yeah.
they need it.
Next match: Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega.
Is that a question?
Zelina Vega. Check. Go on. Next one. I'm only saying this out of spite.
No way you gonna give that a vote.
No, the only reason is just because of how much you were hating on LWO. I love Rhea Ripley, and I believe she's gonna win.
You do
Zelina.
know we are live, right? I would
Zelina all day.
You know what? I want to say.
And Rusty, wait, Rusty agrees. Rusty agrees with
See?
you, Clayton.
There you go, Rusty. See, that's what I'm talking about, Rusty. Thank you.
Okay,
We
but
see.
I can actually see that happening, and the reason is, Barry. I mean, y'all know the reason. Come on, tell me.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's because it's in Puerto Rico.
Well, here's the thing.
Exactly. And it's like Stephanie said, they could come out and she loses it within the next 24, 48 hours. But I honestly, I'm not going to lie. On this whole list, this is the match I'm very back and forth between on who's going to win. Seriously. Because of the home field advantage type thing. Really.
I get that, but
no way.
see, what I really truly think is going to happen is because I've seen WWE do this also on the flip side of the whole hometown thing. They get squashed in their hometown.
Like, man, badly. Oh, I remember when Bayley got her ass handed to her. I remember when Bayley got handed her ass to her in her hometown for the title.
So and it's like WWE does like to do that. But
yes,
I'm only saying Zelina because of our LWO conversation from earlier.
Even if they get even if she does win, I feel like I would still kind of be upset, because then you just kind of like
you crap
gave it to her for nothing.
Yeah,
like this was for nothing. This was literally for nothing.
This
was like a penciled in story.
Would hurt Rhea.
Exactly.
It would. Yeah. Because there's no way you could tell me Rhea out here beating up guys. She's out here beating up 6 foot tall dudes, and you telling me that just because we in Puerto Rico, Zelina is gonna beat her? No way. No way.
And her family's gonna be there, and that makes a world of difference.
What about that family being there? Beat up.
Now, that's what'd be funny. The people, her family start jumping in, and Rhea just start taking everybody out.
Hey, man, you never know. I'm just saying.
That would be so funny.
Honestly, okay, this next match, I feel like I I have less of a discussion for this next match than that one. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky.
Man, we already know.
I mean, come on now.
If Bianca didn't lose it at WrestleMania, she's not losing it then.
Not losing it in Puerto Rico. Come on, like
I love Io
Look,
Sky,
look,
but
look.
it ain't her time.
They couldn't even win the 6-man
Exactly.
match. So they know, and I'm a big Io Sky fan. But there's
Do I think
no
it's gonna
way.
be a decent match? Yes. I think it's gonna be a decent
Oh yeah,
match.
absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah, with Io Sky's in-ring ability and high flying and with Bianca's athleticism, come on. Yeah, it's gonna be
Hey, man, it's gonna be a great match. Yeah.
But
I think there will be times where it's like you question, like, oh shit, is she actually gonna win? But I don't think so.
Yeah.
What this is gonna do is make everybody who's doubted Io be like, holy shit,
100%.
she's actually really damn good.
And this is going to put a bigger wedge into damage control because I see Bailey doing something stupid. And that's going to everybody's going to start looking at them even harder like, oh my God, y'all just need to break up.
Well, you can tell even on, what was it? You can even tell Io when they had approached Bianca on the last episode, you could tell Io is just like, she's very much so irritated by Bailey. Like every little thing, you can tell she's very irritated by it.
Exactly.
So, well, I don't think they have that much longer.
No, and then ever since WrestleMania, they've been showing the wedge between the group. So it's coming, and at this point, they need to do because they've just destroyed Bailey.
It did.
Bailey used to be just so respected and everybody looked forward to seeing a Bailey match. Now they've just bastardized her.
Now she come out and it's just kind of like, okay.
Not me. Hey, we want some Bailey.
No way you're doing this on. No way you're acting like this on live. No way.
No, now I have to look. I have to ride with him. He is the biggest Bailey fan, so I know this ain't a lie.
I really like Bailey, but I
hate what they've been doing. Absolutely, absolutely hate it. But I'm always still excited, like just because of the time that she was out, and I remember what WWE like not seeing her frequently and being like, man, I can't wait for Bailey to come back. And then I was at SummerSlam when she came back, and like, I mean, just that was all for me. That was almost up there for when the Hardys at WrestleMania 33. Whenever I was there, like that was like Hardy's Bailey return. Like that was it for me, So like I still support her, even though I'm not very big on what they're doing with her.
Nah, she's not either.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
She has a big problem with what they got going on right now. So
because it could have been something really special. I mean, each of them are so just differently. Like they each have their own strength. Dakota is like such a good wrestler. She's such a good wrestler. She really is. Io is like what the genius of the sky they call her, whatever. She's so fluid, so agile. Bailey is just the IQ, the presence, the persona, the promos, all of that she excels in. And it's like they could have been something so special.
Yeah.
And the women needed that.
She just needs to be in a regular tag team. Like I don't know. I'm not feeling it no more. Yeah. I want to see Dakota go back to like a regular tag team.
Once they lost to 3-on-1 Becky Lynch, losing 3, 4, 5 times in a row, I was kind of like, all right, let's.
Yeah.
Well, they killed me when they did that with Bianca. And it's like
it was literally back to back, just losing.
Exactly. It's non-stop. Like, well, what's the point of having a man advantage? You got more people than other people, and you can't beat up one person, and we outnumber you. That's just like all of us go jump on Brady, and we can't beat Brady. We suck.
Suck. You need to go back and try it again.
Heard that, Brady? You say you will be. Oh my God!
Just kidding, boss. Please don't fire me. I'm just kidding.
Very sad. Forget 2K. We're setting up a real life wrestling match.
No, sir.
Too funny.
I am not doing the Kevin Nash.
Are we all going to agree for Bailey? Not Bailey. Bianca winning that match.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we sure Io's not gonna win?
Positive.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Not as positive as a home
just to
tested
get
COVID.
just
Yes,
Bianca.
very
If she was
positive.
gonna lose, it was WrestleMania. If she was gonna lose anytime
Right.
soon, it was
Right.
WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Next match on the list, the United States Championship match: Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed.
Wow. So with Bobby getting drafted, that changed my outlook on this, honestly.
I think I'm gonna still go with Theory with this.
Yeah, I'm going with Theory on this one.
I just feel like him winning at WrestleMania against John freaking Cena, and then come to lose against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley at his next pay per view. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Well, for me, it just depends on, again, it goes on the draft. If he is not drafted to SmackDown,
there's no way he retains it.
Well, and then he could.
They had
and
Night
then
of Champions.
and
Yeah,
then
true.
and my thing is too, we're overlooking Bronson Reed. Bronson actually would become better for getting that title. He needs it, becoming a beast. I think he would. I mean, just if my pick is Bronson Reed, honestly.
Okay.
I think he would. He needs it more than any of them. But
Feeling a little ballsy today, huh?
But do you think they're actually ready to give him that push though?
That's what I'm thinking. Is like
I
think he needs a build.
I don't think the. I agree with Bear, but I just don't think the time is there yet. A couple more months, man. Maybe 2-3 months. You're good. You're golden.
And then
they keep on the path that they have him on, though. They will have to keep him where he, keep him on the path he's going.
Keep him doing this, and then put him in the Money in the Bank match. Have him almost win, get close, and then he loses at the last second. And you're like, damn, he was so close. And then after that, he goes for a title match and actually wins, and you're like, man, there it is,
Yeah.
Well, for me, here's a couple of things. One, Theory doesn't need the U.S. title no more. Theory is a world champion, and isn't there a world title tournament coming up? So this would be perfect to get the title off of him, because like we've said, he beat John Cena. So why in the world does he need the U.S. title?
Good point.
Two. Now with I know Clayton.
Clayton said, "Say it one more time like that." If you want.
No, I'm more like, okay, you beat a balding John Cena after his prime. I don't think that qualifies you as world champion status just yet, personally.
But here's the thing though. He's been stuck with the US title. He's done all he's beaten Seth, he's beaten Bobby, he's beaten all these people. What else can he do with the US title? Then you give it to Bobby, that'll take it to SmackDown. Bobby doesn't need it.
Bobby should not have it.
But it would give Bobby something to do until they're ready to put him and Roman together.
There goes Brady again. Bobby world champ. It's not happening. I'm sorry. So, I will give you this, Brady. He will fight Roman for the belt. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
That actually will probably be Roman's next opponent, actually, at a pay-per-view.
I can see it.
Will be Bobby Lashley. But, sorry, he ain't winning that damn match.
I just think that Bronson is in the position that he needs the title more than the other two, and it'll give him a good run. Because a lot of people don't really, because they hadn't pushed Bronson in that great light. Yeah. He had a good run at Elimination Chamber, but still,
I think the Chamber
is solid in NXT.
Yeah, but how many of the fans know NXT? Yeah, right. So I think this would be good for him. Plus, I think it'd be good for the U.S. title too.
Okay, so
y'all, if my stuff cut off, it is storming really bad.
Okay.
It was storming back.
And I seen my light just flicker. So if anything cut off, I'm sorry.
Well,
that's the excuse. So when we say something she don't like, she cutting us off. Just understand it. Understand it. I've been there many a time before. Oops, my power just died.
I'm so surprised my daughter hasn't run downstairs yet.
Too funny.
So you got Bronson Reed then, Bear, winning the.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Clayton, who you got?
A-Town down.
All right.
Hey.
Same as you,
You said it
Stephanie.
so nicely.
You going for A-Town down? Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Blade?
As long as it's not Bobby.
I'm going.
Really?
I'm going for Theory. I'm going for Theory. I just think, like I said, the main thing that keeps me going with this whole with this list is they still have a month to really do everything. So I feel like right now I don't want to say this Backlash is kind of like, okay, here's a pay-per-view for right now.
A filler.
Yeah, a filler. I don't want to say that, but like
kind of is.
That's what it is.
You know, and so
I mean, the next pay-per-view is 3 weeks after it.
Yeah, and so
right?
and so I don't think there's going to be any major changes, if any change or anything crazy happening. Like, I just think they're going to keep, the stuff flowing.
Status quo.
Yeah, exactly. But next match I got on the list, Seth Rollins.
Yes, sir. Match of the night.
So can somebody explain to me what in the hell this match is doing on my card?
I don't know. Somebody farted and was like, "Oh, I got it. This is the one."
Here's the thing. They keep putting almost in these positions where it could actually help make him, and then they won't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, because now imagine if Almost would have won against Brock, how we would be talking about it now.
Oh yeah, you'd be like, damn, he has a chance, we'd be actually
exactly
hyping this up.
And then just think now, how well it would help him to beat Seth. It's not going to hurt Seth if he loses, but
hell no.
Again, they're not. I just feel like they keep putting Almost in these spots and won't do nothing with it. So, as crazy as it sounds, well, it ain't crazy because this is what I've been doing this whole thing. I'm picking Almost.
Okay, well,
really,
you're really.
I'm going with common. I've been going with common sense, and that's something you never do at a WWE pay-per-view. And you would have thought by now I would have learned, but I hadn't.
Well, another thing too to think about with that aspect is Seth Rollins is a guy that isn't afraid to put other people over.
Exactly.
No, he's not. However, are we not sick of it? Are we not sick of it?
Oh yeah, like I said, if Seth Rollins lost back-to-back WrestleManias and lost at WrestleMania this last year, I would have lost it. Like, I would have been very upset. I would have wrote a strongly worded letter to WWE, like all of it, But I mean, Almost does need to like stop being presented in such a way of where he's like this big bad dude that just always fails.
You know who he reminds me of when they did this was with the Big Show. How many times did the Big Show go up against main competition and he couldn't beat them? And look what they had to do to even make him relevant again. He had to go to their developmental. He had to get away, and people had to forget him and rebuild him just to make him seem legitimate again. And it's ridiculous if you have a big man there and you keep squashing jobbers after jobbers, but he can't beat nobody on the main roster. Your big stars, what's the point of them?
He's not a threat. He's just a big dude.
Yeah, a big jobber.
Well, I'm going with Seth Rollins. I mean, like I said, I feel like this is almost a filler pay-per-view. I don't feel like they're going to do anything major like that. I feel like it's just going to be Seth Rollins wins. So I'm going to take Seth. Steph,
yeah, I'm going with Seth.
Seth, okay. Clayton.
I'm gonna split it. I'm gonna go Almost.
Okay. Well,
I genuinely don't even know who I think will win, but just to be that guy, I'll split it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
be
team
so
up with
mad if
Bear.
Omos win this match. I'm gonna be hot.
Well, I guess we'll see next Saturday.
I'm
And
gonna be going off in the chat in the group. My little fingers gonna be going. I'm gonna be so mad.
and then the last match on the card, the street fight, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest.
Bad Bunny.
Real quick,
I think I've rolled my eyes at every match you done called out.
Okay, hold on a second. Real quick, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna put Bad Bunny over for a second for really advertising and hyping up this pay-per-view as much as he's been doing. Because you got to remember how much. I mean, this guy is a. How many streams does he get on Spotify? Over 1 billion a month or something.
He's like worldwide. He's probably more popular than WWE.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. And think about how busy this guy really is with all this stuff. I mean, and he's taking the time out to actually host this, and he's going to be in a match now. He genuinely respects this business, and he's out.
Yes, he does.
Yes,
he does.
And he's out here like hyping the hell out of this pay-per-view, and really, trying to put it over. And I give him credit for that.
I mean, you got to give him his props for that. I'll give him his props for that. I will.
And so shout out to Bad Bunny, but only I could see Bad Bunny winning this. The only way I don't is obviously when Judgment Day comes out and beats the hell out of Bad Bunny, and then he loses because it's a street fight. But yeah,
but the one thing you're forgetting, buddy.
I did forget. I'm not gonna lie, I did forget about them.
There is no way he's losing. And let's remember, the Judgment Day are the jobbers of the stars too.
Yeah.
Well, so are we all in agreement then? Bad Bunny.
It's tough because I feel like Bad Bunny's gonna win, but I'm gonna be very upset if he does, because the Judgment Day, man, I feel like every time they get to that point where they look like they're about to just become that badass faction and just run it, they lose to someone like this.
Yep.
Well, and here's the thing too. It's Bad Bunny. Like we all say, we all respect Bad Bunny. He takes this business seriously and everything. But what is the point for Bad Bunny to lose to, and what is the point for Damian Priest to beat him? He ain't beating anybody credible on a pay-per.
But that's the thing, Damian Priest, bro. He is like, he should not be this freaking dumb Judgment Day henchman lackey dude.
They should. None of them should be in the spot they are, but they are, and they consistently do this to us. So that's my whole thing. Is like, okay, maybe, and they keep resetting us. Like, hey, they lose to this, but they're still the great Judgment Day. Blah blah blah, and so, and then once he loses, then we get this LWO Ray and Dom for another 7-8 months crap. So, because I love Dom, I love his character, but they are not going anywhere with him.
It's getting stale.
I really hope. I would love to see him. I would kind of love to see him go to NXT. Personally, I would like to see him to go to NXT and kind of like grow from there. But will it happen? Probably not. Probably not.
Like, it's Charlotte Flair started in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And Dom started on the main roster.
Because we can't really say that the man don't have a great foundation right now. Because the crowd hates this man at this point. And it's better for him to be hated than him to come out and hear nothing at all.
Yeah. He's like, playing it well. He's absolutely
doing his thing. Like, you have to admit, the man is doing his thing with
love it.
With the character. I just think that him going down to NXT will probably give him that little bit of a more of a push that I think
Yeah, and it'll
And
help him in ring a lot too.
I was about to say, and then look at it like this too. Balor went back to NXT, and look what it did for him, because they had him just jobbed out. He went back down there and became the killer again, and then he came back up, and they
Turned him into this. Hey,
and
you
just
could be something cool, but you suck.
exactly. So I definitely see your point, and I think it would help the Judgment Day too. Let them go down there for a month or two, and let Dom just take over. Let him be the king. Let him win the NXT title, and people coming after him. I think that would do them, all of them, honestly, a world of good. Do I believe it's going to happen? No, but you know.
Man, I don't know. I just feel like they're all individually too talented and have so much to offer for them to be in the matches and storylines that they've been in for the past year.
Yeah.
Well,
especially Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
Don't. that to this day.
Oh God.
Every time I think about that WrestleMania match that just happened with Edge, I get so irritated. Like that I have never I can say this easily. I have never been so more mad at a match in wrestling in my entire life than that match. That took number one spot for me for most just hated and irritated match. It's easily. No contest for me. Why did they do that to the Demon? Why did they do that? I can't get over that. I genuinely cannot get over that.
So that way it makes sense to
Nobody can
draft
get over
Edge
that.
7th overall. That's why.
Dude, I mean it's oh my gosh.
It would have not hurt Edge one damn bit.
Not one damn bit.
Then now, and I keep saying it, but like now, there is no Demon. You just can't do it anymore. It's sorry, you can't do it. And that's what sucks. It's like, God damn, dude. That was just so disappointing. That was so disappointing. And it ruined my streak. Like, oh my gosh, man.
You feel the same way my husband felt that night. Like, I thought this man was going to just start breaking stuff in the house. He was so mad. He was so mad.
No, yeah.
I was like, bro, calm down. It's okay. He was like, no. He was like, no. Because what else can you do? You can't even bring the Demon back now. Like, you can't really bring it back now.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna break something when that. Actually,
yeah, I did. I thought my husband was gonna start throwing
reactions on YouTube for anybody who wants to see me get really pissed, because the second that 1, 2, 3 happened, my eyes, like, it's like my whole everything in my brain fell out the back of my head. My eyes rolled out with it. Like everything just fell out, and I'm just like,
well,
and I just dropped.
Listen to this, and I think Rusty has a good point, and I had brought it up earlier. So the Dr. JD McDonough can reveal the Demon, and both of him and Judgment Day double demons win the tag titles. He thinks JD can bring some life into the Judgment Day.
If you say so.
The problem is they can do that all they want. They could bring the Demon out tomorrow and have him beat everybody on the. They could have the Demon beat Roman Reigns for his streak, and guess what?
And you're not gonna care.
It's not gonna give a damn, because it's just too much. Think about the last 2 matches the Demon has had. Think about it. The last one was at WrestleMania, and then what was the one before that? The
one where God pinned him.
Exactly. Exactly. Those are the last 2 matches we have with the Demon. There is no rebuilding him.
There's no rebuilding him.
I'm sorry.
You can get it up.
It just they can do that. They may do that 100%, no problem. But I'm not gonna be there for it. Honestly, I just can't. I may have to turn the TV off. Truly. Like, and see, he said JD and Finn both in demon gear. No, sorry, that's not. Look, they can. I don't care if the whole just. I'll paint myself and look like the demon, and guess what? I'm still not gonna care. Okay. we could have a demon. We could have a demon day. We all dress up and paint ourselves as the demon. And
That'd be sick.
I still.
Yeah, well,
I still.
My
don't
daughter.
care.
My daughter had bought me a shirt like from her job, and I had wore it out one day. And my husband was like, "I don't even know why you got this shirt on. I don't even know why you got it on." I was like, "Cause it's a shirt." He was like, take it off.
Hey, I'm liking Bear Demon.
Bear demon.
I'm actually feeling that.
You like the way that sound?
Man. Not Demon Bear, Bear Demon. I like that.
Bear demon. Huh, that's not bad.
Man. So since we're on this, let's talk about a draft that's going to be done right. Let's talk about something that makes sense. Let's talk about the return of our wrestling society. That's what I'm talking about.
Too long, man.
Yes.
I don't know what to
Ladies
do on
and-
my days.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see a draft done right, you want to see storylines that make sense, get ready for the return of our wrestling 2K group. It is going to be awesome. It is going to be May the 27th. After that, that PLE, whatever they want to call it, I don't care. This is where you're going to see how a draft should be done. This is how you're going to see where excitement, where storylines, where people make sense. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you will see where we show you that wrestling matters.
Right. Nicely said.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with what Bear said. It's after sitting down the other night with Bear and Brady and just going over the draft night and doing like taking notes and stuff and just kind of thinking of the thoughts and ideas of what we want to do or how we should do things and whatnot. Like I'm so hyped for season 2, bro. Like it's gonna be so good. And it just makes me more excited to see whatever season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is gonna be like when we get to that point, you know.
Yes, and let me just tell y'all, Mr. Owens has some things in store for all of us, not just for you. I know for me, for Clayton, that we're really looking forward to seeing, because there's a lot of things that we don't even know. Yeah. So we're looking forward to. And I can tell you that get ready. And go ahead and get ready to, get tissues together. We're going to have a Go Me fund ready for Kulia because he is definitely going to get his ass kicked. And I love Kulia. He is my man. That me and him like tight. Like, hey, we super tight. Nobody can kick his ass but me. And y'all going to see that.
We'll see.
I'm going to show you why. They call me professor for this reason.
We'll see. It'll definitely be an interesting season.
Yes, it will.
We'll have to jump back to this moment at the end of it and see who's laughing.
Y'all make sure y'all log this moment. Log on.
104 minutes into WWE Draft Backlash prediction.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good in the highlight.
And look, and I can tell you that Mr. Owens was thinking of packaging me as Cocaine Bear. That could be the reason why I'm talking crap. I don't know. Just understand that. Got got to have a, uh, just in case, just in case.
That is too funny.
Oh, and I love it. Rusty said if he get drafted to the underground, it's going to be the A show.
Well, I better mark that in my notes then.
Okay.
You can have the A show because I am the show, sir.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
Ruh-roh.
That was good.
Ruh-roh. He came off of that one just straight off the dome. Did you see that?
Hit me, bro. Like, you got me sweating now. I'm like, oh,
He didn't even have to write that down or nothing.
hey, bro.
You're gonna have to come up with some good material.
I'm sweating. I'm like, got my lips sweating, man. I'm like, oh man, Bear's bringing the heat.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm taking this. This is serious, guys. So I'm coming with the game.
All right. We'll see.
So
We'll see what you guys got.
Great.
what about this real quick? I was just doing a little browsing and thinking. What about on
Who taught you to do that?
on SmackDown?
Who showed you how to think?
On SmackDown, what if they run back this little feud, Edge versus AJ Styles, the right way, babyface versus babyface? No heel turns, no weird promos or anything like that. Just simple Edge versus AJ Styles.
They ruined it for me.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I want them to at least. I would love to see it again the right way, but it's hard to do that.
And I'm about to say, and WWE has a real hard time doing faces versus faces.
Yeah, that's true.
They really do. They
Haven't
always
mastered it after all these years.
Yeah, because they always have that philosophy. You got to have a face and a heel, and you don't. Sometimes the wrestling match dictates how great something is. Just prime example. Look when Finn took on AJ Styles when Bray got hurt, couldn't make it to that match, and how the crowd loved it. And both of them were faces, and it was a great match. But they didn't want to capitalize.
Great wrestling.
Exactly.
The stories and the bad guy versus good guy, all that really does help a lot of the times with a lot of the stories. But sometimes when you just have two great wrestlers in the ring, I don't care what the hell they're saying. If they're putting on the match of a lifetime, nothing but respect. Like they can literally just be sitting there complimenting each other across the ring, not back and forth, instead of dogging on each other. Put on a hell of a match. I don't care. It was great.
And sometimes that's what you need. You need a change. I mean, the storylines are great, and yes, they enhance the story, but sometimes just good old-fashioned great wrestling does everything you need.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, and both of those guys are phenomenal wrestlers. I get it, phenomenal. They're both phenomenal wrestlers, and I mean, I'd love to see it. Honestly, I may just be saying that because I just want to see AJ Styles in a feud again, and he's on SmackDown.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Because AJ Styles, like I said, is one of my top favorites. That's just, I mean, he's the man. But what about somebody who wasn't on the list, who I haven't really heard much about. What about Bray Wyatt?
What about him?
Where's what do you think's going on with him? Is he going to be drafted? Is he not going to be drafted? Is he leaving?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think he's leaving.
Because they did just release Uncle Howdy's theme song on Apple Music and stuff. Like, they put it out all over, and they're really weird with music. Like whenever a superstar leaves, they delete it. Like they deleted the Fiend's music when he left and all that, and they just added Uncle Howdy's theme song to Apple Music. So I don't
I
know.
think
It's just a little.
My only thing with that is if he comes back, what is he gonna do? Because I feel like they kind of ruined.
They could throw him on Raw.
But then what is he gonna do? They ruined his character. The character is no more. I mean, for me, I just feel like it's no more. That's it. It's done. It was ruined.
You know who I didn't see on that list either that I just thought about? LA Knight. No, I did
Yeah,
say I did say his
yeah,
name.
you did.
I was like, I thought he's on Raws.
Gosh,
Scared me like that. My heart started beating.
Sorry.
I'm about to say you threw up
I did.
Yeah, I was like, I
signed
saw
up and
you.
everything.
I did. I was about to say I did throw up the little hand symbols.
That's how you know we both got bad memory because I got scared.
Here's the thing. I just have PTSD from them screwing over LA Knight so much, and I was like, oh gosh, he's not on the list. He's not gonna get drafted. But
He's too hot right now.
But here's the thing. The chains are broken. He beat somebody. He won a match. And it was dude, did you hear the pop when he won in his face?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt
People
so
were hyped.
Dude, I was sitting there watching it and I was like, obviously I did not think they were gonna give him that win. So I was like, whatever. And when he got that 1, 2, 3, whoa! And oh my gosh. And I was so excited, man. I mean, L.A. Knight is the guy, and I do think the rumors are true that he will win Money in the Bank, and that'll be his start to at least win a title. Yeah, I think he deserves at least one of the titles, just for a little bit, because like we said, he is 41 years old, and he said himself, he's like, I'm 41, I can only do so much now, but like I said. Just give him something, give him a nice little win, give him a nice little title reign, have him come out there, do some promos with the title, have some good matches, and then that's that. But
it's with them doing the new world title, you have so many different people who can get reigns and they can do different things with. So that's one good positive thing about them bringing back the world title.
Now, here's my question. I think Rusty asked this way up there earlier, and I meant to say it, but are they going to have a second women's tag team titles?
You know what? It's funny that you bringing that up because I was thinking maybe because Amber and them, maybe they keep the titles and change them over to the SmackDown women's tag titles and have the current champ.
Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, I promise you are probably going to go. Oh, well, actually, I don't know because they haven't drafted Liv Morgan or Raquel yet.
Wherever they are drafted, they're going to be drafted.
Yeah,
and they're going to beat them.
Yeah,
that's why. And that's why I think they're going to be on Raw, and that'll be a way to separating the women. So it's something that we've been saying that they need more titles for the women to get involved with, even though they definitely do not need a second tag team titles. They need a secondary women's championship.
TV title, something. I mean, give them something. And, like, if you wanted to, since it's a draft and it's brand split, I mean, shit, give them the USA Network title or the damn Fox title, Shit,
right.
Give them something. But, if they do give them a second tag title, it's a start.
You just want them to have a participation award.
Even it's something to give a storyline to make the women have something to go for. That's the whole thing. It's not anticipation. It's like, why am I here? I can't get a women's shot. Yeah, so why am I
here? Let's like if you were to take away the Intercontinental title, I mean, look at Gunther and them. It's like, what the hell would he
How
been
about
doing this whole time?
Yeah.
and think I was about to say, even if you think about it, go back when WWE got rid of the Intercontinental title and the US title, and it was just the world title. It was just boring and stale because you had nothing else to challenge for. Not everybody's gonna be world champion material.
Yeah. The second women's title would definitely not be a participation title.
I'm not a Raquel fan. I'm
because
not a Raquel fan. I will
You're-
admit to that.
You're crazy. And
I will say I'm not as big on her on the
Maybe
main
her
roster as
NXT days.
NXT
right
was
now,
way better.
yeah, when she was Raquel Gonzalez, she was a lot better. But
I'm just the whole hey, here's
On
my
the
The
back.
smaller,
Here's my back.
exactly. Here's my back, you guys. I'm out here. Like, come on,
I'm not gonna
come on.
lie, it's a nice back, but I've seen way better. Like, come on, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley alone are just like, come
Man.
on, like you really gonna try and flex your back when those two are strutting around? Come on.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling it.
Well,
That's my bath. When she comes out, that's my bathroom break moment.
wow.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I wouldn't
because-
go that
but-
far, but
That's my
But-
bathroom break moment. I'm being honest.
well, see that is the fault of the writers. And that's the biggest thing. A lot of these wrestlers have characters. The writers just don't know what to do with them because they don't pay attention. And it's built on, if they would look at what they've did in NXT, if they would bring up most of the wrestlers from NXT with the characters they already have established, it would be easier. But they are just so refused to do that. And you see where it hampers the talent. Now I got just like when the rumor when Adam Cole was still in WWE, and they were talking about bringing him up to make him a manager because he wasn't big enough. What kind of dumb, crazy, silly crap is that? Adam Cole? Adam freaking Cole? Come on. That's just like taking Gunther and, well, we're not going to let him be who he was. He made a name all over the world, but he's in WWE and we're going to make him really popular. So we're going to make him Super Brit. And we're going to take away everything that made him get over, and we're going to make him get over our way. And that just goes to show the arrogance of WWE. A lot of wrestlers have gotten themselves over. Look at Drew McIntyre. I mean, Drew. He left, made a name for himself all over the world. Then when he came back, then they was like, "Oh, you're not the 3MB guy. Oh, we can do something with you." Well, it's your fault he was looked at that way because that's the way you built him. You got to stop being so arrogant and think you can build the whole world. You can't. Sometimes other people can do things. That's just like me telling y'all, well, I don't like what you Blade, that's a stupid name. We're gonna call you the Spider. I'm gonna get you over as the Spider, and that's it. Don't do none of your stuff. Steph, you are now gonna be the Pickle. You're the Pickle, and that's gonna get over. And Clayton, you're gonna be Superboy. That I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Rip off of the worst superhero out there. Come on.
Exactly. People need to understand sometimes people can build their own character. Not everybody. But when people have established it, just imagine if they did that with AJ Styles. AJ didn't need anything. He came to the main roster. Everybody knew who AJ was. AJ kept AJ. Now imagine if he didn't. He would not be as hot as he is now.
Yeah,
but again, that's WWE's arrogance.
Well, all I can say is time will tell. because this whole draft, we still have about a month until everything really kicks off into high gear. Um, so and plus we don't even know the whole third day yet, which is tomorrow. Um, like I said, for anybody watching who will be there tomorrow, I will be there somewhere. And it's gonna be good, hopefully. And I'm excited. But honestly, I think so far I'm not really that upset with the first and second picks like for SmackDown. They're not that bad. I enjoy the picks, so I'm not really upset, and I think there'll be some good picks tomorrow, and I'm hoping to see some NXT call ups like Braun Breaker. Um, so we'll see what happens, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Well, but before we sign off real quick, one more thing we're gonna do is it's been a couple of weeks. I see Bears hypes for it in the background there. It's been a couple of weeks since we announced it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're gonna
just send it to me in the mail. You know my address, right?
yeah. Or no, I'll get it. I'll get it from you.
Just send it to me in the mail, you know.
Yeah, what y'all don't know is in this Undertaker hat here, you can't really see because me, but in this Undertaker hat here is the list of names. All those papers are just Gavin's name, so it's
even though I already have the figure on my shelf.
Don't be disappointing, you guys. Don't be.
No, so the Jeff Hardy, dang it, can't get there. We go. The Jeff Hardy Ultimate figure. We're doing the name drawing for it right here, right now. Got the names in the Undertaker hat here. Shake it up real quick and we'll get a name drawing for our YouTube commenters and subscribers and shares and everything.
We appreciate everybody who actually was involved in this and commented and looked and liked and all that.
Thank you.
So here's the name that was pulled. You can't really see.
I can't.
And it's funny because when I wrote this name down earlier, I was like, man, I kind of hope I don't draw this name so I don't butcher the last name. But if I butcher your last name, I am terribly sorry. But winner for the Jeff Hardy. What were we saying?
That's why I'm not reading it.
So the winner for the Jeff Hardy figure giveaway is Emmanuel Monjares. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Emmanuel Monjares.
But you will be getting contacted probably through your YouTube channel. That's where we're running it from, is through YouTube. So we'll message you through YouTube, get your details and everything, and we'll get you this Jeff Hardy figure shipped to you.
Nice. Congratulations.
So
Congratulations.
We appreciate everybody who participated in that. We will have more of those in the future. So make sure you continue to stay tuned to our YouTube because we will have more of those. We're gonna start auctioning off everything at Clayton's house, like his belt.
I mean, how can I do this? Where's my how do I?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there we go. We got a whole wall of stuff.
We'll just start auctioning off everything. The Bailey figure, the Rey Mysterio signature belt. We'll just get rid of it all,
Anything with John Cena on it, we're gonna auction that off as well.
Those are gonna be high dollar item auctions right there. I'll tell you.
I'm about to say all the wrestling games I have over here.
Hey, that's a collection I will put in money for.
We'll go ahead. The first thing we'll auction next is Bears Alabama title. Even though nobody will bid for it because who wants that?
Wow!
I'll get it from my boss at work and then get some brownie points, bro. He's a huge Bama fan.
I'm sorry, Bear. I'm sorry. I had to throw that out there. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Don't be sorry. It needed to be said.
Yeah, of course, y'all hate on the number one draft pick in the NFL. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Hey, hold on a second. I didn't hate on Young. I hated on Alabama. Okay,
Hey, you know what? Most losers do. So it's all good. It's all good.
Gosh,
I'm used to it.
You said
that. Hey, last time I checked, Georgia was the winner.
Hello, you better say it again. Hello.
How long did it take? And you know what? And here's the kicker to it all. We got all our championship rings to keep us comfortable, and we ain't gone. We coming back like we usually do. Now,
It's funny. I always
hey,
feel lost in these conversations because I don't really follow college football. So at work, this is the same like argument, UGA versus Bama at work. Every dude is either Bama or UGA, and I'm just like UCLA, USC. I don't know.
You know what? You know what, Clayton? You can be with me on my team. We don't get a lot of credit for what we do, but we'll be coming back soon. Go Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Hey.
You do know we're live. You do know we're live.
Hey.
Well, hey, you at least I know you got one fan out there.
Yeah, that's commitment. Bro. I respect it.
Kiffin.
As a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, I have nothing but respect for you.
Nothing but respect for you.
Hey.
At least
you know what? Just for that,
loyal.
Ole Miss. Let's go.
Yeah,
Ole Miss.
Hey. Okay, well, to be fair, I also like Ole Miss because I was that close to going to Ole Miss because all my family I have family in Ole Miss right now as we speak. So
okay.
we're Ole Miss. This is Ole Miss family, you know. And like I said, I was that close, but I didn't want to have to sell my leg to get in there. So you know, but go Ole Miss. Yeah. But we appreciate Emmanuel for participating and everybody who participated. Like he said, we will be getting your contact information, getting in touch with you to get you that figure. Stay tuned. We will be doing more giveaways in the coming future.
Yes.
And like I said, we really appreciate you all, especially since we missed last week. We will be continuing to do it every week now. And it will be on the regular times, Sundays, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, I just thought about something before we go off. It's going to be a rare moment in 2 weeks. 2 weeks will be the first one.
I wanted to say this too.
I would not be a part of. This would be my first podcast I would not be a part of. And the reason being, I get the blessing of a lifetime to marry my fiance, my love. We're getting married that week. So that's the reason why I'm missing it.
Congratulations.
It's such an exciting week that I'm going to go meet Bear and Tammy before they do it.
Yes.
I'm so hyped.
We meeting beforehand. We're meeting afterwards. We are filming. We're doing this right, guys. So
anybody in the Tennessee area, what is it? The Heroes and Legends Fest or something like that?
Yes.
Pigeon Forge.
Yeah,
May 13th. Me and Bear are gonna be there. So any Tennessee listeners, any people in the Tennessee area that want to go to WrestleFest, it's like pretty sure general admission is like $25 to go to the fest and to the wrestling match at the night. So if you end up going, look for us. We'll be around.
Oh yeah,
man, that's gonna be crazy, guys.
I'm hyped. I can't wait.
Man,
I wish I was in Tennessee. No, I don't. No. I'm just
mighty big words from a man in Texas.
Hey! I'll give you that. I remember last week I woke up sweating. I went outside, had to change into shorts. The next day it started hailing, thunderstorming. I had to walk outside with a sweatshirt. Today I woke up in sweatpants. Now I'm having to wear shorts because it's so hot. Then tomorrow I'm going to be wearing sweat. It's just it's insane.
That's Tennessee weather there, buddy.
Man, it's scary over here. But we appreciate you all. Any last words, fellas, before we go?
Just the usual
draft.
Just the usual. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. Thank you, because without y'all, it's not us. So again, thank you. Love y'all.
Yeah, second that. Always glad to be able to get on and talk with y'all, hang out with y'all for a few hours. Always a blast, always fun to do. Excited for the draft tomorrow, see how it finishes out, see where our rosters end up, but more excited for the draft at the end of May, because that's where the real roster draft is happening. So
this is great. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's thundering outside, so I'm over here like scared as well.
Yeah, thank you all. Like I said, if you are going to be there tomorrow, I don't even know what section I'm in. I'm not gonna lie. So I would say it, but I don't even know, and my phone is somewhere over there. And the point is, I'll be somewhere around. So if you are going, just go on, join our Facebook group. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, comment, like all that stuff, and then go to the Facebook, put a little thing in the where you can post things. And I'm not good with social media, so do whatever you have to do to where you can post something and I can see it, and just say where are you at, and
Tag him in it.
yeah, then I'll be there.
And definitely go find him and tell him how I'm the better of the two. So
If you come up,
That's crazy.
if you come up to me and tell me that,
You said the blade is going to be more than just a nickname.
yeah. Hey, I'm just excited because I'm actually getting to take my belt to an event. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's exciting.
bro.
I
Yes.
finally get to take my belt to an event. I'm gonna be walking in here like this with it, just showing
There you
showing
go.
it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the concession and be like, yeah, let me get a Coke, please.
I get it, bro. I get it. You feel different with that belt in your
Dude,
arms. You really
Make sure though you hold on to it,
No,
and
yeah, no,
everybody is gonna be talking to you about it. Like that was probably like the
Really?
most annoying thing for me. It's like everybody kept coming up to us, was like, "Where'd you get your belt from? When did you get your belt? How much did it cost?" Like it was like
Yeah.
questions. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, and we
I
had one little boy. One little boy actually came up and tried to take mine out of my hand. He was like, "Can I wear it?" Mm-hmm.
I would have hit him with the good.
Just hold on to your belt.
Hey, I would have hit him with the referee's turnaround move. Take the belt. And just, oh yeah.
Yeah, I told my husband when he walked away, I said, I ain't never wanted to hit a little kid ever, but he took my belt.
Now, I just assumed that like everybody kind of knew that it was just on WWE.com or
No, you're gonna get a lot of people
Yeah,
to ask you where
people
you
are
got
gonna
it
ask
from.
Because they'll think you got it at the event, which you can get some belts at
Yeah,
the
you
events, like the
can.
Universal and
Well,
things like
see,
that.
Now that you say that, I feel like people may ask me because mine. I
'Cause
okay,
it's
I have never seen anybody with mine in person. Because I have
At a
I have
show.
I have the Wolfpack NWO, the red one.
Hold on to your belt. Hold on to your belt.
Is there not a lot of people with that one or something?
I don't think so.
I don't see
No.
it in
Yes.
like public a lot. Like I see people
yeah.
like with it in their collections and stuff.
Hold on
Yeah.
to your belt, bro.
Oh god.
Please hold on to your belt.
Oh god.
I'll also say is look like when you're in your seats, look
Yeah.
at your surrounding people. If there's a lot of beer at a hype moment, tuck it. Unless if
Yeah.
you want it stinking like beer.
Gosh, great. So I got to tuck it for myself.
What I did with mine, I actually buckled it around my leg.
Oh,
And I
wow.
sat on the bottom part of it on the chair. And so when I got up, I just grabbed the back of it and I just stood up.
Huh. That's
So
not a
just-
bad idea. I like that
Yeah.
idea.
I just wrapped it in.
Take Brady's advice. He said you got to defend it there. So
Yeah.
put it on the
Go ahead
line.
and flip it out.
No, I like
Look.
Rusty. He said hardcore title match.
There you go.
Look, I'm just gonna say this: if you see me out and I have a belt, and my wife is with me, I am a very kind and fun person. Two things I do not play about: my wife, my kids, my grandkids, and my belt.
Okay.
Just
Four
because,
things.
look, all of them are most important, so I can't put them in order. But
That's
I'm
what I
telling you
said.
like this. I'm telling you like this.
Man.
I am very nice. I am very cool. Don't make the bear really come out. That's all I'm asking.
I'm
That's
telling
all
you, when
I'm
that little
asking.
boy ran up on me and tried to take my, I ain't never want to punch
She's
a little
about
kid.
to super kick the hell out of him.
I turned around and I said, "Where's your mom and daddy at?"
Oh my.
He was trying to check for security for a second. She about to be like, this kid's soul about to leave his body. I'm gonna smack her. She's about to Gunther chop
Bro,
him.
where is your mama and daddy? Because you about to catch these hands.
Well, great.
Funny, bro.
Great. Now I have to go. I gotta go to this tomorrow, and I'm gonna bombarded. Like,
I'm about to turn into Braun Strowman around here. You gonna catch these hands?
hey, because the thing is with me, this is okay. The place I'm going tomorrow, okay, for some stupid reason, North Texas has so many arenas and they don't use a lot of them. Like, we have two. Okay, they retired the old Ranger Stadium and now they have the new one that they just built, but the old one is still being used. And then they have the AT&T Stadium, then they have the American Airlines Center where all the wrestling events at, and then they have the Garland Center, and then they have the Convention Center. Well, they have the Dickies Arena, which is going to be where it's at tomorrow, and that's the one arena I haven't been to. And so, man, I don't even
Just
know.
hold on to it. Just wrap it around your leg when you're sitting down. That's all I got. I have no more information for you.
Yeah,
I have
well,
nothing else. You just
yeah,
I mean, or just
Still love
I
it.
strapped it around my waist, like wore it as a belt whenever I sat down, just because like I didn't want to have it in my hands and be fiddling with it. Just having it strapped, it's easy to just kind of be in the moment with the everything.
yeah.
I'm right, Brady. Brady said it perfectly.
Yeah, see, it's like Steph said. That's my problem. I mean, because like, look, when I go to these things, I mean, I'm gonna have to like, or like Clayton, you said, like, I'm gonna have to tuck the belt from other people, but like, I'm gonna have to tuck it for myself when I sit down because I get hyped, man. And
Yeah,
that's what I said.
when I
Just
when I went to AEW,
clamp it.
when I went to AEW, I had to have had. I'm sorry, but I had to have had because that's a long show. Okay, it's a long show. I probably drank.
you're going to the 3-hour plus one, bro. Because there's
Oh
main
my
event
God, you guys be
before.
prepared. Blade is about to confess.
Hey, okay, look.
Sounds like a confession.
When I went to AEW, you know, they had the Dark before, then they had Dynamite, and then they had Rampage. I mean, I had probably about, oh gosh,
Yeah, confession. That's okay.
Probably
It's
about-
okay. Let it out. This is a safe place.
okay, fine. Hey, we're all safe here. It's not that much. I probably had like 6, 7 Budweisers. I mean,
Oh, that's nothing. That sounds normal for a wrestling event.
okay. I'm just making sure. Okay,
I've seen dudes walk out with like that much at once, thinking it's like for them and their group,
Right.
and then I just see them.
Hey,
right on the hose.
hey, I get excited at these wrestling shows, man. I need something that gets me going, you know, that makes me like, yeah, you know. I mean,
Especially to get through that mid card of Raw. I get it.
God.
You know how drunk the people about to be in Puerto Rico? Oh my God.
Woo!
Oh my God.
Backlash is gonna be lit, bro.
Yeah,
oh my God.
that place is gonna be crazy.
It's going
Wow.
to be insane.
Especially when Zelina wins.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna end my night. This is it. This is it. I've had it up to here with you.
Oh, that's a good one, Brady. I like that. Have some green mist with you. That's what I should do.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Anytime somebody
crazy.
comes at me, I just hit him with the grape muta. Just
Yeah,
That'd
you're
be
going to
sick.
jail. You're going to jail for sure.
No. They'd be like, yeah, do me next. Do me.
Yeah.
no, because
And then Brady's gonna get a call. Hello, you got a collect call from. He's gonna be like,
the problem is if I hit him with the green mist, I automatically have to do a moonsault, and I can't do it. I
You're
sure as
going
hell,
to jail.
I
for
sure as hell
sure.
can't do a moonsault, man. I sure as hell can't do a moonsault.
Hey, have you tried?
Brady's telling you to have that green mist. Just make sure Brady got bail money for you.
You know, I've never tried a moonsault, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't look any better than Brock Lesnar shooting the.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure
Don't
it'd
do
come in the same way. I mean,
Don't do it.
with
Whatever you do, just don't do it.
So, no, I mean, like I said, I'm excited, especially since it's the draft. I didn't think it was gonna be the draft when I bought the tickets. I'm very excited and thankful that it landed on the draft day. Which means hopefully I'll be able to get some more legends come out and read the card.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
sick.
dude, Stone Cold, it's in Texas. He may come out and read one
That's
of the cards.
true.
Oh man, I'm glad you said that real quick. What in the hell were they thinking making Teddy Long read for Raw?
I'm saying, how stupid was that?
No, I thought it was awesome how it was him and JBL. I was waiting for him to look at him and go, you know what, playa? Just for that, you're going
Undertaker.
1-on-1 with the
But yeah, they definitely should have had him read for SmackDown. Like when they
Exactly.
announced him reading for Raw, I was like, "What?" That
Yeah, they should have
That was-
switched
They
there.
probably somebody just probably handed them cards real
Yeah,
real
no,
fast
yeah, that's
and
what
didn't
they
pay no
did.
attention.
That's what they did. They gave him a card. They
Yeah,
said, "Go read
that's
this.
what happened.
Go read this."
Yeah, come on
but-
back.
But I'm excited. I wish RVD would have been in mine, but you know, I guess I can't complain.
It was nice to see him. He looks really good though.
yeah.
Hey,
And he looks good.
Hey, that weed to keep you young.
hey,
That's
for
true.
real, for real. Go watch this interview. I don't remember what the hell he was interviewing, but the whole time he's like this close on the Zoom, just smoking, you know. And it's not like, and he's got, you know, it's living room in the background, but seriously, he's like this close, and he's just, you know, and he's just
Oh my
talking.
God.
He's just talking the whole time, and it's like an hour and a half long, and he's smoking the whole time. And oh gosh, man, oh I love RVD.
100%.
But I got our predictions down for next week. And like everybody knows, that's my title. I can't wait to. How many matches are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 matches on the card. I'm gonna try to go 7 for 7. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, it doesn't.
Look, I'm just going to be trying to stay awake through it. That's my thing.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yep.
I'm not gonna get to watch it live, so
Maybe
Yeah.
Possibilities. It's in.
You know,
Man,
I get
what?
it. What you gotta do?
well,
Okay, y'all, it's thundering. I gotta go.
yeah. We really appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment what you want to see. Look at our other stuff on our YouTube channel, our shows. Clayton's new another episode just dropped, and we'll be dropping more. The B&B show dropped more episodes.
That WCW one was good.
Oh, thank you.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
We enjoyed
you.
that one. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
And then Tevin's new show just dropped.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go watch that, and then stay tuned. Our season 2's coming out, and catch us next week. We'll go over Backlash, talk about it, talk about how great it was, guys, and then talk about
How
how.
about the new women's champion, Zelina Vega?
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna
and
choke you.
And then we're gonna talk about basically the draft and all that stuff. So catch us next week. Regular time, Sunday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.